Are you sharing the good news or?
Not yet.
Little sing it like.
Yeah, just hum it.
Yeah, just hum it.
Tuesday, midday Tuesday, and they're wearing Lonsdale trainers. I'm like, mate, I had to put my hand over my cup like this to stop water dropping into my drink. It was grim.
Shout out student loan.
Hello, lads.
Hello.
Back again.
Episode
4.
5.
5, mate.
Is it?
Catch up.
Is it episode 5?
Yeah, episode 5. Yeah.
It's episode 5.
Mad.
Yeah, man. So
This
it's
is
been,
It's a big one,
yeah,
It's a big
it's
one.
low-key a big one. Got some friends with us. Who wants to introduce them? Because I'm a bit scared. I'm not gonna lie.
He's just like shaking. Inside.
Yeah, no, I am, bro.
Right, go on, Jake. Say your little.
Me again.
No, Roy. Yeah, it's your turn because I think Jake did it
Yeah,
last
no,
time.
it's my turn. So, welcome to the stage, Sin Central boys.
Welcome yourself on.
Yes, them boys.
Hello, boys. What are you saying? What are you saying?
Gas to this.
Hello, mate.
Hello.
Hello.
How you guys doing?
Yeah, right. Not bad, yeah.
Start off with a laugh.
Stop it.
Yeah, good, man.
You've just done a guest mix for us, haven't you?
Yes.
Yeah, how'd you find it?
Yeah, it was alright, man.
Not too bad.
It was, yeah.
Ears are ringing.
Yeah, it is our ringing, man. I think that's just old, tinnitus.
Yeah.
You're almost 40, aren't you?
Close.
Yeah.
Not far. 40? Yeah, I'm close. Now, 35, but yeah, close enough.
I'm not the oldest one anymore. I quite like it.
No, yeah, you're not, mate. Yeah. You're a fucking baby over there.
Right, so introduce yourself then.
You go.
Go on, mate.
Alright, yeah, I'm Jack, or aka Sub Sinner. Yeah, 35 years old. Born and bred in Peterborough, unfortunately.
Big up, Peterborough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You're actually 35?
yeah. Fully.
You actually don't look
yeah,
it.
no, seriously.
That's
35,
mental.
That's
Fair play. Fair play.
Moisturiser.
Yeah,
Cocoa butter.
something like that.
Lubed up to fuck. Yeah, my name's Jager, aka Desire, and I am 23. Lemon.
Bosh.
How did Sin Central come about then?
Yeah, because obviously you have Sin Central. That's your like.
Yeah. So it started off, originally it wasn't going to be events. It started off, Sin Central actually started off as just a studio. I built obviously a live stream studio.
Of course you did, yeah.
And yeah, it was called Sin Central, and Jager at the time was doing events, small events at
Peacock.
yeah. And we thought, let's just come together, call it Sin Central, and yeah, do it properly. And went from, put our first event on in the Met Lounge a couple of years ago. Just sort of built it up from there, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how it come about from the studio.
So how long ago did you like? So when was it when you said right, let's come up with Sin Central? How long ago was that?
Cool. That would be about
About 2
about
years
2 years ago.
Yeah,
Yeah, about
definitely.
2 years ago. Yeah,
Yeah.
around the time.
Yeah, and it just blew up, and it really.
It's,
be
it's still
honest,
alright. It's still alright.
You was smashed it. Let's be
Yeah,
honest.
you
You
are.
was smashed it.
I think I think it's one of those things. Like, if I look at it and I'm like, yeah. When everyone else tells me like, oh, you boys are smashing it, but I look at the potential it's got,
Yeah.
and I know that we aren't even out of first gear yet.
No.
So yeah, I appreciate it, but we've still got lots more.
Oh, yeah.
Lots more to come, definitely.
Has it gone in the direction you sort of thought it might 2 years ago? Or has
Yes.
it sort of...
Exceeded
Yeah.
expectations.
No, I knew it was going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew it. Basically, when you've got a good team behind you,
Yeah.
Oh,
anything's
100%.
possible.
Yeah.
Anything's possible.
We know that.
Anyone that puts events on will know that if you're doing it on your own, it's basically impossible.
Yeah.
You
Well hard,
need
mate. So hard.
you need a good team behind you, and thankfully, obviously, I've got Stephen. Yeah. Shout out G-Boy as well. No, I'm joking. Both of them. Yeah, they both bring lots to the table. Jager's mainly youth, but other than that, it's
Just the face of
yeah.
it.
You're the looks.
Yeah.
I'd agree.
I left my water
No.
over there. Can someone grab it?
Go on, Ryan.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Actually, it blew up.
No. I think with you boys as well, I don't know many other people who's doing it, but I think you're, for Peterborough, DMB scene,
Definitely pioneering the DMB scene, in my
yeah.
honest opinion.
I think
in
one of
Peterborough.
the first things I always drilled it into you from day one was that if we're going to do anything, we're going to do it properly.
Yeah.
There's no half measures. If you're going to do something, do it properly.
it.
And that means, and the biggest thing again, what I drilled into you was image.
Yeah.
Image is absolutely everything in today's day and age. If you don't have a decent image, it doesn't matter if you've got, you know, a local lineup that no one's ever heard of before.
Yeah.
You can promote that in a way that makes people want to come.
Yeah.
And that's all done through image.
Yeah.
You know, some people think, oh, you know, I'm not spending any money on this lineup, so I won't pay 200 quid to get a flyer made or something like that. We'll do it ourselves and Photoshop or paint or whatever. It looks crap. And yeah, it's just image, man.
I think from the get-go, like, the first thing you want to do is just make sure your artwork's fucking spot on, because that's like it's
branding.
That's the
Branding. Get your
it's
branding.
the first thing that people look at. So if they see a flyer and they think, oh yeah, that's quality, they're going to be like, it's going to make the event even better. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's going to make it.
Yeah, I've seen other flyers. It's like questionable. It's like
do you know what I mean? Yeah.
The thing is, you look if someone looks at a flyer and it's like that looks sick. You just assume the event's going to be sick.
Exactly.
If, you know what I mean. If they're not skimping on the actual like branding, and all that, you know, you're going to go all in.
First impressions are massive, man.
Yeah.
Like in everything, not just music, but everything. First impressions are important.
100%.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I actually went to one of your events. I was, like I said, it was my first really like drum and bass event in Peterborough, because obviously I didn't know anyone else was doing it.
Was that last year?
Yeah.
Oh my.
Where was that Met?
Met Lounge.
Yeah.
Oh man. I'm not just.
We're not going to talk about that.
I'm not going to go into detail with that one.
I'm not just saying this because like obviously you're on here, but like I said to EJ, I was like, that's probably one of my favourite events.
Yeah.
Just because it was just so like it was intimate and it was just I met you boys first time and you was like very welcoming. I think that's another thing as well. Like you're not just like stand back from the crowd. Like you got involved.
You
with,
interact
boys.
with
You know,
people.
Well, we're ravers at art. Like,
Exactly,
You know what I mean? Like,
Literally.
and I think sometimes you can't forget your roots as well.
yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean? Like I said, like a lot of people like Summer and that said like they like you was once in the crowd.
Yeah.
You
We
know
still
what I
are.
mean?
Our
Yeah,
own events,
yeah.
you catch us in the
You
crowd.
was, yeah, like I said, I remember.
Yeah, no, definitely, I agree, man. The whole type Met as well. Met was quality, man. Like,
It was,
I love
yeah.
that. That venue got so much hate, and like when we went into the Met, everyone was like, "Oh, it's not going to work. You know, you're not going to be able to pull it off. You won't get the numbers."
We made it happen.
And we did, yeah. And
made it
like
happen.
whole tight to Steve as well, because a lot of people were said some questionable things about Steve. Like he's a difficult man to work with, and he can be a little bit difficult.
It can be, but
You just need to
overall, I thought he was as sound as you can get. Really,
He's old school, so you just show him a little bit of respect, and
Yeah.
he gives you that respect back.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the Met was wicked for us.
sound system was wicked.
Sound system was banging,
Yeah.
mate.
Yeah,
It's
it
still
was
to
so
this
good.
day the best sound system in Peterborough.
They've upgraded it now,
Have
haven't they? Yeah.
Oh, really?
Mate,
Yeah,
it's
it's
such a killer,
booming
such a
now.
killer rig in there, man.
Potential.
I said to you a couple of weeks ago that you guys need to get into the Met, man.
Yeah.
No,
I
It's
think
something we have spoke about.
You do need to get in the Met.
eventually,
Yeah.
when the time's right, I think we'll.
Yeah.
It gives you a
Yeah,
proper base, like
Yeah.
a proper. You'll have decent numbers. You can proper work from there, man.
And you're in town as well, if you know what I mean.
Exactly.
You're not, yeah.
Because Strictly Soulful have just gone back into the Met, haven't they?
I have seen that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I have seen that. To be
Taking
fair.
our sloppy seconds. I'm joking.
So, how did you guys meet? So, it's St Central. How did you all?
Do you want me to start this?
Yeah,
one?
go on, you crack on.
So, I remember. So, this was a couple of years ago, a few years ago now.
Free. Well, it was in lockdown, wasn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. And I was obviously doing my thing during lockdown.
Yeah.
And then I got a follow from some Jack on Instagram, and then not long after the follow, it was like a message. It was like, "Oh, it's good to see someone else from Peterborough doing repping the D&B sort of thing." And I remember from that moment, I remember going up to my mum. He's gonna love this. I remember going up to my mum and be like, he's DJ, he's fucking quality. He just messaged me like this. I was probably, this is where I've just started, do you know what I mean? And it all started from there, and then I think I'd just come over and we had a bit of a mix, and then from there it's also where it
Started live streaming, didn't we?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's how, mate. That was lockdown all over. It was just live streams after live streams.
Yeah.
I think
I
I was
remember
doing.
that, yeah, I remember
I was
that.
doing every Friday at one point. It was like that was a live stream from 8 till 9.
There was nothing else to do, was
Yeah,
there?
literally. Do you know what I mean?
I think a lot of things have started up because of COVID, to be fair. Like,
Well, that's when I started DJing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
well, I guess you've got sitting at home, you think, what can I do?
Well,
What was
yeah.
your first set of decks?
My first set were 400s, DJ 400s. Best set to set on, I think.
I don't know about that.
Do you not think?
I'm a tractor man, innit? I'm not gonna lie. I'm a tractor man. I'm not gonna lie. I've upgraded though, so it's all right.
Oh, crazy. So how did you get into DJ then? What made you want to be a DJ or start up DJing?
Or was it just COVID?
Well, for me, I was at uni at the time. Well, so before that, me and, you know, Chris Smith, shout out Chris Smith.
Big shouts to Chris.
Yeah. So me and him always used to have a little battle sort of thing, right? And it was like, I'd always go around his and it would be like, who's got the better tune? And we'd always be on the speaker and like, who's got the better tune? And I would be like,
Pass me the aux.
Yeah, pass me the aux, it's my turn now, let me put it in. And every single time, I'd be like, yeah, I've heard that one, I've heard that. And it was so destroying. Yeah. So I sort of said to myself, I was like, right, I'm gonna become a DJ and I'm going to get some dubs.
Thing is, he's still like that today with me. He's like, yeah, look at these tunes. Like,
but yeah, that was all started. So I'm going to get some unreleased tracks and I'm going to show him. And that's
proper
pretty
much,
yeah, that is literally the nickname, Dub Slut. I love a dub, mate. And yeah, that's pretty much how it started. And then I went to uni and I got my funding from uni and I thought, fuck it, I'm going to get some decks. I ended up getting some decks and I got 400s to start with. And then yeah, that was pretty much how I started. I think it was just before lockdown hit, so it was like February, and then we went into lockdown in March, something like that.
Sometime
so
March,
I got them in my February payment, and then yeah, March came through, and then we hit lockdown, and that was it for me. I was pretty much on it all the time.
Shout out student loan.
Yeah, Charlie.
It's a bit different for me, man, obviously, because I'm old. I was about 15 when I started to mix. There was a couple of older lads in the village. I used to go in a house and they had some Technic 1210s and they used to blast a lot of like hard house and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was hooked. I just heard that. I'd never really heard this sort of music before. I was like, what is that?
Yeah.
So I spent, I don't know, 6 months to a year around his geezer's house. Like after every they would come back from a party and I'd go around there in the mornings for the afters and just stand on the decks and train track to the same tracks constantly until it clicked. I couldn't afford decks back then either, so I didn't really get decks until I was, I don't know, maybe in my 20s.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, and I picked up a pair of CDJ 1000s.
Mental.
Old school.
Old
decks.
school.
Yeah. You're laughing at
Do you know where they are?
You sure?
I do now. If you told me this fucking 2 years ago, I fucking wouldn't have a clue, mate.
I didn't really mix drum and bass until maybe late 20s.
Right. Okay.
I was mainly hardcore and hard house. Yeah. And the drum and bass came after.
What sort of switched you to obviously hard house to D&B?
So after I started like playing a lot of sets around Peterborough, playing hardcore. I had a residency at a place called Hyperbolic. A geezer called Paul Grant used to run it. It was a popular night. And then the hardcore scene just died.
Oh, really?
The hardcore scene died a death. The music changed. They weren't bringing any new faces in.
Yeah.
No more new talent. No more new producers. It just died a death.
Yeah.
And I'd always liked drum and bass. It's not like I'd just switch on to drum and bass. I'd always like anything underground. I was a fan of.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just started mixing drum and bass because they were bringing out new music. I could see them actually pushing their scene forward.
Yeah.
Whereas like hardcore was just dead, man.
Yeah, hardcore died. Yeah.
They did die. Proper.
That's fair enough. What about yourself, Jager? Because obviously we go back. We used to listen to a lot of music. What sort of steered you into the path of D&B?
Well, when it all started, I was pretty much listening to bassline a lot, and that was where it all started. And it was, I think a lot of people go through that transition. They'll go from bassline to then slowly get into like drum and bass and sort of the harder stuff.
Yeah.
And that for me, it was through college, and then that's when I started. Well, I started college listening to bassline, finished college listening to just drum and bass.
Flat out D&B, that's fair enough, mate.
Yeah, that was pretty much it for me.
Mental. Apart from obviously having your own thing, like Sin Central now, what do you think of the local nightlife in Peterborough?
It's getting better.
Yeah, it is getting better. Yeah,
it's. I call it delicate. It's delicate right now. It's a new scene. I don't want to hark on like I'm old, but I remember back in the day when we used to have a proper drum and bass scene, like not just a drum and bass scene, just an underground scene in general.
Yeah.
But the club shut, you know, and then the clubs
where was that?
Dissident mainly. The Park was another one. I mean, I played my first set at Dissident, and it was such a shithole, man. It was a proper dive.
Whereabouts was that?
Above English Rose or next to English Rose.
Yeah, I know.
It was like a 2-floor little venue in there. You had like downstairs was like a cafe, and then upstairs they had this just grotty little den, but with these honking speakers, mate, and it was the sound system was great. But yeah, we lost those clubs, and then we lost the scene.
Yeah.
And the clubs that were still about were more interested in mainstream stuff, house, that sort of stuff. But yeah, now the clubs are a little bit more accepting to other music genres. Yeah. It's getting there. It's still not great. It's still got a long way to go. Yeah. We're still missing the numbers. I think it was Casey mentioned that a uni would sort us out. I wholeheartedly agree.
Yeah.
If we had
Definitely.
a uni, the nightlife would change overnight, basically.
Yeah.
Not the uni we got now, a proper uni.
Yeah, proper uni, yeah.
But yeah, it's getting there, man. It's just delicate right now.
Do you get like people coming, not so it's all over, but like not from Peterborough coming to your events? Have you seen like other people? Like,
quite a few.
do you pull in from other like cities and stuff? Yeah.
So where was the furthest one? Was it?
We've had people all over, man.
I'm sure someone from Norwich as well. Someone from Norwich.
No, we've had people coming from like right down south. We've had people come from right north. Yeah. When we was in Met, we didn't really target any. We just stayed local because we had a small cap. But now we've got obviously a bigger venue. We push our promotion to different areas. Yeah. Not massively, so we probably like promote towards Birmingham sort of way, and that sort of radius, if you like. Yeah.
Where would you say in the UK is? Where would you say like the best place?
Popping.
Bristol for drum and bass. Bristol, yeah.
Yeah. It used to be London, but
Brizzy.
100%.
Definitely the place for it. It's just everyone loves it.
Yeah.
Don't they?
It's just a different breed. Like they're animals over there, man. They are, man. They're straight animals. It's like it doesn't stop. It's just like one big party. Hopefully, we'll be doing something in Bristol
soon.
Next year.
Towards the end of the year, possibly.
Savage. That's sound. Do you want to talk about the first event you guys played at? And the best events you guys played at?
The first event, Sin Central event, or first event just us?
Go both. Do both.
Yeah,
so
both,
do like your first ever one, not Sin Central as yourself.
Do you want to go first?
My first set would have been Peacock when I started doing the Peacock nights.
Was it?
Yeah, that would have been my first actual set. And that was actually we were still in very strict rules of lockdown. Yeah. Where it was a sit down. I remember seeing someone from Bournemouth Road in Bristol do a sit down event. I thought, right, I'm going to try and do something like that. And then end up speaking to Peacock, and they were like, we can get a load of benches and everyone can sit down and you can have that night. And that was pretty decent, to be fair. Actually, it was a really good night. Yeah, really good night. No one stood sat down. Everyone was very well.
But they kept 2 meters apart, didn't they?
Oh yes.
As long as they social distance, it's okay.
For the camera, yes.
And what was you spinning that was at drum and bass?
Yeah, man. I've pretty much only spun drum and bass.
Yeah.
Mine was Dissident. That club I just told you about. It was a vinyl set, hard house set. I was so nervous I couldn't drop the needle on the record, so all I could hear was boom, 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 boom in my headphones. It was terrifying, and the set was awful. Yeah. I was 17 years old. I shouldn't have even been.
You're 17,
especially vinyl as well.
Yeah.
I struggle with vinyl as well.
That's all we had back then, though.
Yeah, exactly.
We didn't have CDJs.
Exactly.
Do you still spin any vinyl? Or?
Mate, I'd love to get another pair of Technics. I would. I haven't spun it in years. But it's like riding a bike once you're. It'll take you a little bit just to sort of warm up to them, but what have you boys ever spun vinyl?
You once or twice.
It's fun though, isn't it?
It is fun, especially
engaged.
when you blend something just right. You're like, it's like a reward, you know.
More reward.
So would you say going from vinyl to one of these is like these are a lot easier?
Is this like an automatic car sort of thing?
I mean they just get easier and easier, and that's not a bad thing. That's 100%. It's made it way more accessible. Yeah. And you can, that's obvious by the amount of everyone's a DJ now. Everyone's dog's a DJ. Yeah. And that's again not a bad thing because that means more DJs become more producers. More producers put out new music. And
more events.
More sounds get pushed, and it's only a good thing. But it was a lot harder. And it kept you busy. Yeah. But it's fun.
100%.
Yeah, man.
First Sin Central event then.
Sick. So sick.
Yeah, it was such a.
It was a vibe, man. I mean, the actual event. It was go on. You tell this one.
So that was when we say it's Strictly, that was our first one. It was a collab with Strictly Soulful, and that was such a. I remember looking at you at one point. It was just like yes,
We done it.
done this one.
Both
yeah,
beaming
yeah.
from ear to ear, like, yeah,
Literally,
this is
like,
ours.
this is such a feeling and a half. But yeah, man, but Met Lounge again. That was a good night. That was
It
a
wasn't
really good
even
night.
that busy, that one, was it?
No, it wasn't.
just-
It was like half full. So from like obviously where if you see pictures on the Met Lounge where you got the front bit there, it was literally not even. Towards the end of the back end of our events, they were coming towards the back, but this was like a quarter, halfway, and it was still vibrant. And it was big vibe.
I think we both just saw instantly the potential.
Yeah.
'Cause at the time it was just me and Jago. We didn't bring Stephen in until I think it was after that event we brought him in. But yeah, we both knew that we were onto something. But the first one we did solo was wicked.
Yeah.
We got Filthy Habits
That was
down for
Filthy
that.
Habits. Yeah,
Oh, mad, fair play.
Yeah.
Fair play.
That was a really good event. Their set as well was just everyone was going nuts. It was brilliant. It was
It's still
quality.
up on YouTube, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, good times.
Plug the YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, plug
Maybe
it.
clip that bit in, Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan. Yeah, just clip it somewhere there.
That's crazy. Apart from like your own events, what would you say is the best event you've ever been to?
As a raver.
Oh, I know instantly.
Oh, as a raver.
As a
Yeah.
raver.
Okay.
Dominator's Memorial Rave in London, Brixton 02. I can't remember what year it was. RIP Dominator, by the way.
R.I.P. Brixton 02 as well.
And Brixton 02, yeah, it was a quality venue, man. Unreal. Just the energy in that place was. I mean, Dominator was such a. What can you say about Dominator? That's not already been said. It was such a pioneer in jump up. It was such a shock, and obviously, so many people come out in force and just proper went for it for his memorial wave. It's just I've never seen anything like it, man. Purely for atmosphere, that one for me.
Oh, I've not really been to many raves, you know. Like it's only been recently. I've been obviously now I'm DJing. I'm going to a lot more.
Yeah.
But
It's different, isn't it?
yeah,
You're not
it's a
really
lot different.
If you're there booked, you're not really enjoying it as a raver.
Yeah.
No, literally.
But as a raver, I think probably Bass Fest. I mean, it's not Bass Fest. I think that was 2018.
Yeah.
Mate, that was wicked. That was like the first festival I went to, and it was.
Who was there sort of playing?
Oh, mate.
2018, there would have been some big names
Mate,
there.
mate, I can't even tell you. But I just remember it being a
Okay.
really good day.
Solid
Yeah.
Mental. That's crazy.
Any fuck ups?
All the time, man. All the time. Any DJ that doesn't fuck up is lying.
Yeah.
Literally.
Like, it's just natural. And the thing is, I feel like if you fuck up, it might make a set sound a bit worse, but it makes it sound a bit more natural.
Human.
Like you're
human.
everyone's human at the end of the day. You're going to make a mistake.
Not just
You
a
can make
robot
mistake.
behind the deck.
Exactly.
doing
Do you know what I
it.
mean? And it
Shows
shows.
you like pushing yourself as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, it also shows like you can actually DJ. So if you was to clang or something and you sort it out, and
Yeah.
people are
Yeah.
going to see that you can actually DJ.
You can
Whereas
sort it,
a lot of other people might just fucking stick things
Sick.
on. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
There's levels to fuck ups as well, isn't
Yeah.
there? There's levels to it. I mean, there's like a little clang, fine. Stopping a track so it completely goes silent, bit worse. I did that on my last set. In my 360 set, I did that. So it happens.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just one of those things. You just brush your shoulders and carry on, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
literally.
best thing to do.
Yeah.
No, that's understandable.
What advice would you give someone aspiring to become a DJ?
Just
That's
keep
a
at
good
it.
question.
Don't.
Wait, no, that's facts though, wasn't it? I'm joking.
Literally, the best thing is just to keep at it. Just like tutorials.
Networking.
Networking is
Yeah.
networking is the best thing you can do.
I think it's the biggest thing that you can
100%.
do as a DJ as well.
Big
100%.
time.
If
That's
you're
what gets you. That's what gets you places.
exposure,
Really. Just
isn't it?
networking.
You
knowing
don't
more
ask, you don't
people.
get.
If you're
Exactly.
not networking,
That's my
you could be
motto.
the best DJ in the world, but no one's going to know of you.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
you're not going to get booked.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah. It's unfortunately it's not what you know, it's who you know.
Got to
Oh,
push
no,
yourself out
yeah.
of the
Big
comfort
time.
zone a bit.
Yeah.
Definitely. So obviously you boys have played at, big up again, Mixology.
Come
Big
on.
up, mate, sorry.
How did that come around? How did you get onto them? Like,
So I actually went to school with Dan Clare, who's runs.
Yeah.
the
That's
show.
mad.
So yeah, we was in the same year at school.
Yeah.
And he just slid into my inbox one day.
obviously he see what you boys were doing,
Yeah,
sort
yeah.
of thing.
I hadn't actually spoke to Dan. Like me and Dan, we was in the same year now, but we didn't really speak at school. Like we just different friendship groups and whatever. But yeah, I hadn't spoken to him in years, and he just popped up. asked us if we'd want to get involved, and it was obviously a no-brainer because it's the biggest thing in Peterborough and the sickest thing in Peterborough.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
What those boys are doing is, yeah, hats off to them. It's impressive.
I mean, we always shout them out, but we can't not, if you know what I mean.
No,
Because
definitely.
yeah.
And again, they do it right. Everything
Yeah.
from the image to the sound to the production, it's just spot on.
Yeah.
Mm.
And they get some big names in as well.
Yep.
Which is crazy.
Fat names.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
No, that's mental. So I've since going back to Sin Central then, like resident DJs, who you got like residents and
So we've got, so DJ wise, we've got obviously ourselves. We've got Decoy, Loki, Ethan Hall.
Yeah.
We had him on last episode. We've got Alexa, which is my missus, Ellie. Shout out Ellie.
yeah, don't forget to shout out.
Yeah.
His
His phone will be blowing up.
Why didn't you do that?
She's not like that. But yeah, no, she's on and off at the moment, but she comes in when she pleases, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Sickest female DJ in
big
Peterborough
time.
by far. I'm not
Big
just
time.
saying that because it's your missus. She's so sick. I actually think she's better than you, mate. To be honest.
She goes down to the teaching, doesn't it? But yeah, man. And then MCs, we've got Mooks, TJ,
Big up, mate.
Oh yeah, sorry, Stephen. Sorry, geez. Slaphead. But yeah, no, MC's got Mooks, TJ BC, and Docs and Octane. Oh, sorry, and fresh new residents
Yeah.
as well. We've just brought in Beedham. Shout out Mark. He's a videographer, and mate, he's a wicked DJ.
Big up.
Absolute wicked DJ.
And a top lad.
Yeah.
I mean, they all sound like.
everyone sounds. Yeah, go on.
No, go on.
No, go on.
No, go on, you do it.
Well, all I was going to say is, with Sin Central, right, all our residents, we're like a massive family.
Yeah.
Like, big time. Everyone gets on with everyone. Everyone's like a brother, sister, one sister.
Yeah.
It's
a bit weird
that's a
calling
bit
your missus a
weird.
sister,
Ooh,
yeah.
That's a
yeah.
bit-
Oh, bro, yeah, that's
Yeah.
mad, bro. Do you want to retract that statement?
Yeah.
That's
Bleep
crazy.
that, bleep that, yeah.
But yeah, no, everyone's like a family. It's brilliant. Everyone's vibing.
Yeah, we need like. I don't care if you're the sickest DJ in the world. If you're a bit of a knob, and we're not going to want to book you.
100%, mate. 100%.
More or less make you a resident. It's just not happening.
No.
So yeah, like you have to get on with everyone in Sin Central, and if you don't, then it's not really going to happen.
You're not going to get on.
It's not gonna work, yeah.
But yeah, it's not like I don't want it to come across like a old boys club. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not that at all. But it's just I feel like if you've got a team and everyone is on the same page and everyone has the same energy, you do better things together.
100%,
It's
mate.
like FIFA, mate. You've got 100% Ken, mate.
Yeah, it's all about the Ken, man. It's all about the Ken.
Nah, I mean, we know that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's definitely who you've got by your side, and I think this is like you get certain people will take it further with you as well. If you know what I mean. If you haven't got the right energy and you ain't got the right people there, you're only gonna go so far. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And
you're gonna get people come in. You're gonna fall out. You're gonna fall out with people. You're gonna have people coming in. Until you get that right team, and then it's like to the moon.
Then that's when it goes
I
up.
don't think we've ever had a fallout, have we?
Us two?
Yeah.
No.
Well, I don't think anyone really in Sin Central.
No.
Had a bit of a tiff. But no, yeah, you're right. It's probably going to happen.
Yeah.
It'll probably be his fault, but
But it's a working thing, isn't it? It's a work in progress.
Yeah.
Like it's you know it's going to constantly be ups and downs, but yeah, for you boys, I'll be honest, it's ups.
yeah.
It's ups.
Yeah, just
ups.
ups.
It's ups.
On that note of ups, what have you got planned for the future?
Are you allowed to say? Or?
Yeah.
Shall we?
No, I don't think we
No, I
can.
don't
there's-
think you can. Not yet.
Okay.
Not
You don't say
too
who's
early.
coming on, but like you've
Okay.
got some more events.
So
Yeah,
we've
what
got.
events you got?
We potentially got one on Boxing Day. So Boxing Day was up in the air. So we were going to do it. We wanted Mosey, couldn't get Mosey, then couldn't get anyone else because no one else wanted to play on Boxing Day or was already booked. So we cancelled Boxing Day. But now it looks like we are doing Boxing Day, but it's going to be more of a local thing.
Yeah.
More residents.
And then after that, we've got our birthday event, our second birthday event, which is still TBA. Working on a headliner for that as well.
Yeah.
But that'll be a big one. And then in Easter Bank Holiday Sunday, save the date. I'm not going to tell you what it's for.
But it's huge.
It's massive.
It's huge.
It's big. It's a big collaboration event between us and another really big promoter from Birmingham, and that's all I'm going to say. But the lineup for that, Peterborough hasn't seen So I mean,
Yeah.
club
Something-
night especially. I'd even go as far as it rivals Mixo's drum and bass lineup.
Wow, that's a big statement.
That's tasty, boys. I can't lie.
It's
That's tasty.
Honestly,
EJ,
it's very.
yeah, boys. Yeah, you can have guests. That's no problem. And that'll be a 2-room event as well.
2-room event.
Yeah, we're
boy.
taking over that one and flares.
Yeah, boy. But flares won't be your usual.
It won't be flares. We're going to drum and bassify it. Basically,
Yeah.
just chuck camo netting everywhere.
Bosh.
Bit of camos.
A bit of camo, that's fine. Yeah. No, that's mental.
Fair
man.
fucking play. Fair
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
play.
Yeah,
So
we're
that
excited.
one's-
You'll
really
know
excited.
more about that one next week.
Yeah, literally next week.
Just a
I think
small
it's
announcement,
Monday, I
then,
think.
isn't it?
Yeah, no, we won't be announcing it because we are very much the small fish in this partnership.
Okay, fine.
So we won't be the one to announce it, but yeah, you'll hear from us next week.
Is this going to be something maybe more in the future with this other?
Hopefully,
Yeah.
hopefully.
Hopefully.
I would
See how this one
love
goes
love
and-
to work more with them. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
think,
Fucking
yeah.
fair play. Fair
Oh, we
play.
got the Bristol thing as well.
Yes. So towards the end of the year, we've got something very exciting with a Bristol.
I think we can say that.
Bristol
We
crew.
can say that one.
Yeah. Can we?
Yeah, go
If
on.
not,
sweet,
we'll
yeah.
bleep it out.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
that's
I think
fine.
we can say. I think we can say
Yeah.
that.
So
Yeah.
we're our friends over in Bristol called Bougie Bass.
Big up Bougie.
Okay, yeah.
Big,
Yeah.
doing really well at the moment. Label wise, event wise, the last event looked like it was popping. So
All their events look popping.
yeah, big time. Yeah, so we're coming down there to Bristol for Freshers Week.
That'd
So
be sick.
yeah,
And then we're going to bring them down here the month after.
yeah,
Mental.
So it'll be like a crossover event.
yeah, it'd be really good.
But they're
Looking
very
forward to
much cut from the same sort of cloth as we are. I think.
Yeah.
They do everything the same way we do, and I think we both just sort of gravitated towards each other.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you can see when a crew's doing bits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to that one, man.
No, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
I want to go back to like the residency thing. Like, what advice? How would you say you just found some new lads? How do you find these lads, or what makes you think, all right, these boys, I want to get these on residency? Do they just send you mixes over, or have you seen them play, or
Please don't
how-
send me mixes.
No.
Please, I mean,
Like, how would you approach someone like after you see Jay and was like, oh yeah, I'll message him like,
that was different because obviously he was like I didn't really know anyone in Peterborough doing drum and bass at the time. With the rest of the boys, it was let's take Decoy for example. So he basically slid into our inbox, and yeah, come across like a cool guy.
yeah.
Same
Again, just a vibe. The
yeah,
energy
just a
of the
vibe,
place.
and then we put him on as on an opener, just to test the waters with him because that's what we'll do. We'll always put
Yeah.
So we always try and put. There's a lot of drum and bass DJs in Peterborough, and we always try and get everyone involved, whether or not it's just an opening set or an early set or a late set, whatever. We try and get everyone involved.
It's still a set at the end
Yeah,
of the day.
exactly. Because I know what it's like trying to break through into a scene,
Yeah.
and no one wants to know, and you get doors slammed in your face. It's horrible, man.
Yeah.
Like you spend all this time in your bedroom mixing, you
Yeah.
feel like you're finally cracking it, but no one wants to talk to you.
Yeah.
So yeah, we do try and put everyone on, but as for residencies, they just need to have that something about them.
Yeah.
And if I'm honest, I before we took Mark on, we'd said no more residencies.
Yeah. Before we took, yeah.
And then Mark came along.
And it was a bit, he's a bit different because Mark's just sound as anything, and we all got along with him. Like,
I was
really
shocked by how good he was though.
Well. Yeah,
Like,
that was another thing, and it was he got on the decks. We gave him a set, got on the decks, and it was like,
yeah,
wow,
absolutely.
it's got its
smashed
quality.
it. So that was a no-brainer, really. We had to.
Yeah,
But I think the problem with having so many residents is it then becomes a problem with.
You've got to try and keep them all happy as well.
Not just that, but keeping the lineups fresh, man. Like if you
Yeah,
want to,
yeah.
like we only got so many set times. What say like, how many sets do we normally
We've got
do?
like 6.
6, 7 sets maybe. We can maybe push 8 if we do 45-minute sets.
Yeah.
I mean, with all our residents, we could easily fill that up. So we
Yeah.
have to stick people back to back. I've not played a solo set in Central, neither of you. Not once. Not played a solo set in Central. So yeah, that's the problem with residencies. You need to be careful that it doesn't
Overflow sort of thing.
tarnish the lineup.
And you get the right ones.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
No, that's understandable. So what would you say, out of all the places you've played, like not just for Sin Central, but every you played, where would you say the best venue is you've played at?
I think this one was in Leicester. This was for location events. Shout out Court Order, big lad. And I remember we'd just come up, I think Base Layers just come off, I'm pretty sure, and we was on after Base Layers, me and Court Order. I remember getting up to the stage, and it was the first time. I'm normally not really that nervous before a set. I'm not really that. I'll be nervous, but I'm not really. I won't show it. I won't be shaky or anything like that sort of thing. But this event, I remember because there's quite a few people there, biggest crowd I'd played to at the time, and I remember jumping up on the stage, and my knees just went dead. Just jelly legs, like bad, and I was like, whoa, okay, this is something. But as soon as we got like a couple of mixes in, it was like, yeah, this is sick, and I really enjoyed that set. It was really good, and afterwards as well, it was brilliant. It was quality.
Jelly legs, yeah.
Spicy water.
What about you?
Under.
Yeah.
It's just the venue's unreal, man. It's just.
Oh, yeah.
It's silly, man. Like the location is just perfect for a rave, man. Like, shout out Mixology once again, but yeah, under without a doubt.
And a system that's fat as well.
The system's what is Void, isn't it?
Yeah,
Void just.
I was about to say that's Void, isn't it?
Void's tasty, man.
It's mental.
You can't go wrong with Void.
And it's you've got your friends and family there.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I had my mum at the last one, man.
Nice.
Shout out Mumsy. Yeah, it's good.
That's crazy.
In your sets, have you got a song where you sort of play it and you just find every single time you get?
Yeah, what's your
sickest
favourite track
response?
makes the best response? Like
Yeah,
if you
you
think
think-
you think right, I need to turn this up a little bit.
I've got loads I play all the time. Like, my sets are basically just rehashes, just jumping around.
What about right now?
Right now, I'm gonna say L Bass because L Bass by Flat T, a big, heavy hitting roller. I think I've honestly played it in every set for 8 or 9 years.
Really?
Yeah, honestly, I hammer that track. It blends with everything. It's impactful when it comes in. I love it, man.
I'm just trying to
Old
think.
track as well.
But I'm pretty sure, to be fair, but a lot of my tracks are like, if I play an amplified track, I know it's just gonna go completely off.
Yeah.
I remember it was like at the moment I've been playing quite a lot of amplified tracks, but I remember every time, like every set, there was definitely an amplified track in there. Like I couldn't. I'm terrible with naming names of a track, honestly. Like I'm
Just
want
want to give us a little sing it like.
Yeah, just hum it.
Yeah, just hum it.
That wasn't even meant to be the track. I was like,
Oh yeah, I know that one.
It's a sick roller, bro.
But yeah, man, I can't pinpoint the track, but yeah, there's a lot of amplified tracks that I play, and they're quality.
Original Sin as well for me at the moment. Playing a lot of Original Sin. His new stuff is quality. But yeah.
Them ones where he gets a pull back and it's just like, That's mad.
Is there any funny stories you could tell us which won't get you cancelled, or
Funny story.
just in general?
Together.
I know we.
Remember we can't believe things.
No, we can't. No.
There's been some good. There's been some good times. That's about it. Really good times.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff will get us cancelled.
Yeah.
Not really.
No, he's not joking. Moving on.
I was going to say, so what decks do you play on at the moment? What's your favourite? What would you say your favourite setup, decks wise? What do you like playing on?
Well, I've got 3,000, so I love them.
Yeah.
Must be nice.
Yeah. Well, obviously I didn't buy them personally just to use at home. I bought them for the studio. And I still have the studio. I just don't rent it out. So it's just like my private studio now. But they're great. But they do hold your hands a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. To be fair, I would say the 3,000s, but I've been very spoiled, so pretty much. I've gone from 400s to then I actually got 800s. To then getting 1,000s.
You had them for about a week, didn't you?
Yeah, I had the 800s for literally a week, and I thought, what's the point?
Yeah.
Like, I might as well just get a full channel. I wanted 4 channels at the time. I was like, I'm sick of using just 2 tunes.
Yeah.
I'll get a 4 channel. And I've still got the 1,000s now, but yeah, pretty much it's, yours, the quality, 3,000s of quality. Really good.
Yeah, because you actually said to us earlier about you took it to less. Where did you go? You took them ones? What you had?
Nottingham.
Yeah.
So I was playing for Submerged. Shout out Stuart. When was that? Last week before?
Last week.
It was a 360 event, and it was at Hidden. So we've actually put an event on in this venue before, but it was like downstairs. It's like a three floors. This venue. This year I was in this event, I was in the middle floor, and it was so packed in there. It was so hot that everyone's sweat was rising to the roof, condensating, and it was raining.
Yeah.
I'm not joking. I had a cup, right, and I had to put my hand over my cup like this to stop water dropping into my drink. It was grim. But then I went up to the decks because I was on after. Mate, honestly,
Picture that.
It's actually minging, isn't it?
it was grim. I was on after Inja, and I went up there when I was taking over. I was like, "Have you dropped a drink on that?" He was like, "Nah, it's sweat, mate." I was like, so I'm like trying to wipe my dick down. I'm thinking, fucking hell, I hope these are alright. Yeah, it was grim. Yeah. Fat rave, man. Like really, really good. Yeah, first proper 360 event I've ever played as well, which was quality.
Yeah.
But yeah, grim. But that's how a rave should be. A rave should be a rave, proper like indoor rave should be sweaty,
sticky.
grimy. You need like 2 showers to recover.
Some spare clothes.
And a weekend's worth of sleep, if that's possible.
Just in regards to, like, say this week, is there any sort of new releases that you've seen this week which should track of the week?
What have I
Dub
picked?
slut over here will go, yeah.
Well, that's what I was going to say. So I haven't picked up a release track this week, but I've on the Low Down Deep promo at the moment. There's some really nice tracks. They're doing like an advent calendar sort of thing. You get like 6 tracks sort of thing. And the latest tracks that come out today, so it's every Thursday, the latest tracks that come out today, normally I'll get like 1 or 2 from each like EP that I like. This one, there was 6 tracks on there, and every track I downloaded, so they're absolute bangers.
Yeah.
They're really good.
Original Sin, Spartan. I played it earlier in that mix.
Okay.
It's part of his new dub pack, which come out today, I believe.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, really good.
Fresh out.
Yeah.
How do you tend to find like new music coming out? Just social media
Jago.
or?
Yeah, no. Well, how do I find out about
Yeah,
the
what do you
tracks?
find is like the best? What works best for you?
So to be fair, I follow quite a few people, like a few labels on Instagram, and when I'm scrolling through feeds, there's like, this is coming out this time, this coming out here, and I always sort of like save them and just like have a look through and like, right, okay, this is coming through, and then I'll go through Juno and I'll literally sit there for about, I've sat on Juno for about an hour before, just literally just rinsing through tracks, just like going through loads of
Profiles, future sounds.
Yeah, yes, and also Rinse. So Rinse FM. I think it is Rinse FM, isn't it? Yeah. So you go on to Rinse FM, and it's got a Cool FM app, and there's just loads of like D&B radio shows. Profile being one of them with Future Flavours, and he's constantly throwing like all his releases, upcoming releases.
Gets a lot of guest mixes and stuff.
Yeah,
as well,
it's loads of guest mixes. There's loads of like people on there that just that are part of labels that just throw in all their tracks, and you sort of just like you get an idea of what's coming out, and
I think that's better than flicking through Juno for hours as well, because if you hear it in a mix, you can actually sometimes when you flick through Juno, it comes a bit monotonous, doesn't it? It's like it's just noise after a while. But if you hear it in a mix, it's different.
You sort of get a bit more of a vibe as well. So when you go to get the track, you're like, I know what to play with that track, or do you know what I mean? You get a bit more of a feel for the track.
Yeah, man.
Nice one.
I've got one. A couple more.
Go for it.
You can go. So, regards to like, if you say like my own style sort of thing, but what like specific artists or other DJs have influenced your style sort of thing, or if you say it's my own style, that sort of thing, but is there another DJ or like you think you've watched them or you listen to them and think that's you go by his sort of style, or you know what I mean?
Mine was actually influenced from an old hardcore DJ called Gamma. The guy is an absolute fucking wizard with hardcore. Just the way he mixed blew my little 17-year-old mind. He sort of like moved off into like he's doing things over in America now. But yeah, I took that sort of way of mixing hardcore and applied it to drum and bass. And it's not unique. People are doing it in drum and bass. But yeah, that's my influence, I'd say.
Yeah. For me, it was. I remember seeing a post on Facebook. I think it was either from Magistrate or Ego Tripping, and they put on there, and it was like, when you're mixing, you sort of want to make your tracks like sound as if it's like a VIP or a remix of a track. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when I try and mix, I try blend tracks that sort of like will go one after the other and just
Play off each other.
just sort of like give each other the best it can be. So
Yeah.
sort of sometimes I can't speak at the moment. I've done a blend and it's like someone's come up to me, it's like, oh, where'd you get that VIP from? And it wasn't. It was just two different tracks.
Yeah,
like, and that's how when I plan a mix and stuff like that, that's how I want to mix. Sort of make it like as if it's like a one
Supposed to
tune.
be,
Do you know what I mean?
I try and get creative with my mixes, man. Like,
You're really creative with yourself.
yeah, like I'll regularly like throw in like acapellas and stuff. I did earlier. That It Girl acapella.
Yeah, that's cold. That's cold.
Yeah, like if I can get choppy and changey with things, that's when I'm like the happiest, man.
Yeah.
It's a high risk though. Like I've done it before and fucking fucked up, and it's been like, oh, that was awful.
But the thing is, he says this right, and he says it's awful, but like the crowd, they don't like hardly know.
Nah,
sometimes.
literally,
Like there's been a few times, not a few times, there's been a couple of times where like he's played the track and he's gone to switch it and it's gone nah, and it will just play that single track, but that single track's still fat enough to please everyone.
Yeah,
you know what I
of
mean?
course.
That's what I always say to him. And he's like, oh, fuck that up, man.
Yeah, but you're
fine.
always
Yeah,
your own
literally.
worst enemy, ain't you?
Yeah.
Like,
You know you're fucked up.
Yeah, yeah,
Everyone
yeah.
else doesn't.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever come off a set and not beat myself up about something that happened in it. I can't say a set ever went 100% to plan ever. It's just the way it goes.
So what would you say for, I'm not saying for next year, but in the future, where's your best venue you'd want to play? Like you can say like Boomtown, like just be like, you know, where would you
the
love
dream
event or
Fabric. It's iconic. Iconic, mate.
Yeah, so fat.
Yeah, got to be like.
It's iconic.
Got to be like Fabric or E1, something like that.
E1 would
London
be-
show.
E1.
Yeah, I love that.
E1 would be unreal, but yeah, I think Fabric's just such an iconic piece of UK culture.
Culture,
Yeah,
100%,
yeah.
yeah.
It's just,
is that where we went?
That's where we went, yeah.
I got lost.
yeah.
I was baffled, to be fair. So many stairs, bro. I was like, what's going on?
Yeah, fair play.
Yeah, man.
You never know.
Yeah.
You never know, mate.
You never know.
Fingers crossed.
Well, hopefully we put some central shows on there one day.
Oh,
Can you imagine? Yeah, it'd be fat.
You never know, mate. Honestly.
Yeah,
it's-
exactly.
Do you want to do some Q&As?
Yeah, so we're going to move on to some Q&As. We put a post up on our Insta earlier on.
God.
And
You got some good questions.
got
Yeah.
some good questions, to be fair. To be fair. So this one's from Mr. Ferris. Big up UK Ferris. What are the 3 things you hate seeing in a crowd?
Bullies.
yeah.
First one. Anyone that's going in there with an attitude can fuck off.
Yeah.
Zombies,
Yeah.
big time.
Those Lonsdale zombies.
When they say zombie, it just means I'm tired. That's all it
yeah.
means. So.
What's all with balaclavas on?
Yeah,
shush.
yeah.
I didn't want to bring that up, but I was like,
A pink one at that.
It was a nice ballet, to be fair. I can't lie.
no, you think it's a nice ballet.
It was a nice ballet.
But nah, yeah, bullies, zombies, and
But I don't know.
can't think of anything else. Do you know what? As long as you're respectful to everyone else in the venue,
Pretty much.
do your thing, innit?
Yeah.
That's what raves are for. Like,
Yeah,
express
yeah,
yourself
yeah,
in the way you
of
want to do
course.
it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't care if anyone wants to get their phone out and record the whole thing. Like, if that's what you want to do, do it. Like, I have no issues with phones. Just bullies, man. They can fuck off.
No, I rate that. Has anyone else got one?
Or someone putting their USB up at you while you're playing.
That's
Oh.
That's fucking ain't me. It's you, mate.
Yeah. We don't get a lot of that.
No, we don't. I've never had someone come up to
I
me
might do
and
that
like,
one time, just for jokes. You'll see me. Another question. Ethan Hull.
Ethan, yeah.
Obviously, you guys are silly with D&B, but is there any other genres that you boys like spinning?
I mean, I've already touched on it a few times.
Yeah.
Hard house, fucking donk. I love mixing a bit of donk,
I
man.
want to start hearing more
Oh,
donk. I
Like,
can't
I've
lie.
got the most insane Spanish donk collection, and
Oh.
the Spanish do donk the best, mate. I'm telling you.
I think we listened to that when you said what will come round. And
Yes, yeah.
Just
Bare
donk
Spanish
out.
donk, yeah.
Yeah, hardcore. I still mix a bit of hardcore now and then if I'm feeling nostalgic.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, it's pretty much. I've only ever spun D&B. I think.
Baseline?
Well, actually, yes, I have. I made.
Your first sets on SoundCloud were baseline. Go listen. Have you still got them up?
They're not up. They're
They're
on
on
private link.
private,
They're
yeah.
on private link. So
Probably
there's
for the
to
best.
be fair, somewhere on YouTube there's a baseline mix of me and my dad's like little office.
Oh,
with the
really?
little 400s on
Shout
there.
out to your dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out your dad.
Shout out
Your
to
dad's
your
sick.
Big up. But yeah, to be fair, baseline started off and then it was pretty much DB. I spun a little bit of hardcore
Oh yeah.
with a lot of your help.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah, I'll pretty much just D&B straight through.
Yeah.
It makes a bit 140 as well, but not
Big up.
loads, but like proper, like the
We need to have a little session on
Yeah, we
before
do,
we
yeah,
unbox it. I can't lie.
It's
I
not.
can't lie.
It's more like dubstep, like proper deep dubstep.
No,
I mean.
I rate it.
Yeah, that was for the
honestly.
Devilman event, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, I enjoy that sort of music.
Another question from Ethan Hart. I don't know if you guys will know who this is. Who is that?
Yeah, do you not know who he is? Ethan says, is Max Brannan still mixing house?
What about Stephen?
No, yeah.
I don't know how this guy doesn't know who Max Brannan is.
Oh, yeah.
I'm uncultured.
I don't know either. So.
What?
Big up, bro.
It's-
Big up.
It's that guy out of
It's EastEnders, isn't
EastEnders.
Yeah, it literally looks like Stephen's dad.
Really?
Yeah, like they could be twins. But yeah, no, I don't think he is. I think that was just a one-off. George's 30th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Want to shout out Summer as well. We kind of stole her question earlier on. She did want to know how Sin Central come about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's also said that you're smashing the scene right now.
Big up Summer,
So,
hold
big up
tight,
Summer.
man.
Yeah, to be fair,
Yeah,
she's
they,
smashing
those
it.
guys
for the
wanted you
next
to come
event
on.
as well.
So.
She did, yeah, I see that.
Oh yeah, I see it on the
Yeah,
wheel.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they're smashing it as well. It's good to see. First and foremost, more female DJs coming into the scene.
100%.
Local as well. We do need to get both of them down at Sin Central soon.
Yeah, both Casey and Summer.
Yeah, definitely. And there's a few other female DJs that I really want to get down, local ones. Especially now because Ellie's not
Not as active.
active. Yeah. But yeah, definitely.
No, sweet.
Yeah, she's killing it as well.
She is really, smashing it.
She supports us a lot.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, she
big
sound
up
as
to
well,
her.
though, isn't she?
She is,
Yeah,
honestly,
she's
yeah.
sound.
Yeah, so sound.
That wraps up Q&A.
We got the Q&As. We have got
Nice.
some others, but it's just like that.
Have you got any questions you want to ask us?
Yeah, I want to see where you boys want to take this, man. Like, what's your boys' plans?
I think we've all sort of
It was
we've got our
actually,
own we've got our own sort of thing.
Yeah.
You know, like for me, I sort of want to push event side. I want to push that 140, like that deep UKG sound in Peterborough. I feel like it's needed.
Yeah, it is.
And keeping that culture alive, if that makes sense. So I know it's obviously big in Bristol as well, so it'd be nice to bring it here.
Do you think it's got an audience sort of here?
I don't.
I think it might have
To be
after this
fair-
weekend.
Yeah.
I
After
think it
this
could help.
weekend, and to be fair, I don't want to mention names, but at Charters, when I've spanned some UKG and some
It went
140, it goes off like
Yeah.
every single time. Like when those that low end bass hits, everyone's like, "What the
Yeah.
fuck,"
Yeah.
you know? But yeah,
Do
for me,
you think it's like a case of people don't really know what it is, but they hear it and they fucking love it, but
Yeah.
they don't actually really know what it is?
Because I listen to someone when he plays it, I'm like, oh, what's this? And he wants to tell me. 'Cause
140 is such a broad
140,
spectrum.
Yeah,
you got
no,
speed,
100%.
you got speed garage.
feel-
There's so many you play, and I'm like, well, what's this one? He's like, oh, it's
Yeah.
this, and what's that one? Oh, it's this.
Yeah.
So I don't even know what.
I
I'm
definitely
very-
feel as if it's like just a sound which hasn't been like properly discovered in Peterborough. To be fair, I just
Yeah.
feel as if like if we start really pushing that sound in Peterborough, it will take off. But it's just time.
Yeah.
Getting people
Yeah.
to sort of transition
I mean,
into that.
You know, we're doing like 2-room events now. I was going to speak to you about this, but we could potentially on Boxing Day have 2 rooms. We not do drum and bass in room 2.
Yeah, I think it might be good to.
So
maybe
there's
switch it up.
potential.
Yeah.
There's potential that we could, because I know we've spoken before about potentially crossover, like working together.
Yeah.
And I've always been a bit like, no, drum and bass, because we did do a crossover event. We did the hardcore one.
That wasn't too bad.
It was actually all right.
That wasn't too bad. Quite
But-
liked it.
I think it alienated a lot of our main audience
Yeah.
because it was the same room.
Yeah.
I think once we've got the second room, which we don't get often, we
Yeah.
only get the second room offered to us when it's like a bank holiday or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, for this Boxing Day one, we could potentially get you guys in to run room 2
Yeah.
and do some 140 stuff in there, because I think that might be quite cool.
That'd be
Yeah.
sweet, to be fair.
Especially because now
Love
it's
that.
just a local thing.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
it makes sense to get more crews in,
Yeah, yeah.
and potentially some other crews, like the drum and bass slot, some takeover sets. Get Sarah, hold tight Sarah.
Hold tight, Sarah. Big ups.
Get NSC, even Strictly.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I think Boxing Day do a big local thing.
Yeah.
Multi-room, multi-music.
Get everyone together.
Yeah,
Just
that'd be nice.
have
It'll
a-
be good for it.
Just have a fucking big party, lads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Celebrate
It'll be
this
fun,
fucking
man.
year.
Yeah, I think I need to.
No, apart from that, I mean, I'm loving the podcast. Like I've said to you, I spoke to you earlier on. Like, I want to get some big names on here.
Yeah.
Like you said, if you're gonna do it, fucking do it.
You
know what I mean? So
Yeah.
next year for me, it's focusing on trying to get some big names.
Yeah.
Obviously, we've got you, but like we've got big names, but I want to go like to the next
Yeah.
level.
We'll get some like headliners for the podcast, like that'd be sick.
That's literally, and I think, and we've had so much good feedback of people. We're like, fucking hell, look, like, you know what I mean? And it's just blew up. So yeah, I
To be
think.
fair, like, we even spoke about doing a podcast.
Yeah.
We just didn't have the space for it.
Yeah.
We thought about using the studio, but it's way too small. So yeah, to see someone like in Peterborough doing it is wicked, and you're doing it right as well. Like it's, they're interested and they're engaging. So yeah, thanks for having us on.
Appreciate it, boys.
Yeah.
What about you, Jake?
To be honest, I just want the event side of things. Excited for us to all get together, sharing a passion, like music, just having a good time, and sort of bringing our friends along with us. And like,
is it more for the party, or is it?
So I've like always loved like events, raves, all sorts of music. Like when I was younger, it was probably less raves, more like all sorts. To be fair, like rap, house, whatever I liked. If I heard it, I liked it. I'd go listen to it. And then started going to a few more raves more recently. To be fair, it's like I personally wanted to be like the DJ or feel that feeling when they like drop something and everyone's like,
There's no other feeling like it.
I was like, I want to be that person. And I remember I said to you, it was like, you started DJing, like 8 months ago properly?
It's like gigging names.
Sorry to interrupt, man. You're smashing it for the amount of time you've been DJing.
Yeah, cheers, man.
Yeah, sorry. We'll come back to that in a bit, man. But yeah.
I remember I just kept bugging you. I was like, look, I want you to teach me. I bought some decks ages ago, 400 as well, in lockdown as well. And like I tried a bit, but I'd never properly like got stuck in. And then you were like, yeah, just come round whenever. Come
for a little spin. That's what the community is about, though. It's just like people are interested. Just like, you know what, come over, have a spin if you enjoy it.
Music brings people together, doesn't it? It always has, and it always will. Whether it's local or even further afield, it's probably the best aspect. Probably my favourite thing about music is how much it brings people together. Not just in music, like sitting there doing a podcast with you guys. It's awesome, man.
Literally just let it go. I want to work with you guys. I want to work with those other people we've got in line we're working with, and just bring it together. Just make Peterborough like. I know we want to venture out as well, but I want to try and.
You said about the brand, didn't you? Like you want to.
Yeah, I want it to be a brand as well.
People know us.
That's so important, man. Like the branding is super important for anything you do. Nail that. It can take you places, man. Definitely.
Like we've talked about like merch and stuff, and
eventually,
there's things we want to venture out to, but we just want to get that name out there. Just do what possible, and just stay consistent. Just stay consistent. Like
that's the hardest part.
Rome wasn't built in a day.
That's the hardest part. Consistency is the hardest part.
Yeah.
I said to you off camera, like fair play for doing this every week, because when we do an event, I'm no word of a lie, I'm literally a write-off for a week, and that's not an exaggeration. Like, I won't talk to anyone. My phone will go off, and I'll just be like, I need to recharge. And then it's back on it, and it's like, fucking hell, here we go again. But all the stress when you're actually there at your event, and you've sold out a venue, and you've got fucking people coming up to you all night saying, this is a wicked night, I'm having a great time. It makes it worth it, doesn't it?
Yeah, big time.
Yeah. But consistency's hard, man. But it is key.
And I said with us, we're getting really good feedback, and that's making us. Like we had some good news earlier on, and it's like fuck, like this is why we're doing it. Man.
Are you sharing the good news or?
Not
yet.
But that's what I'm saying. It makes you think. You know what? It's all worth it. If you know what I mean. I mean, even if it didn't, we're still doing it. If you know what I mean. We're not doing it. We're not really we ain't got aims or goals, but we're just doing it because we love it.
Should have goals, man.
But it's more the fact we're like having people coming on. Like we're meeting new people. We're getting new people on. Meeting connections. And that's what I think.
And it's just nice having a chat as well.
Man, and it's
just people.
And like I said, it's networking.
It
as well.
is,
Like we're
yeah.
getting people on.
Provides a base in it for people to get in a network.
Yeah.
Like
It's
you
like the
said,
most
there's nothing
important
really
thing as
around
well.
it.
Yeah, it really is,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, that's it really. Like I said, we're just gonna keep pushing it. You
To
know.
be fair, we'll just see what happens.
Yeah.
Like, we don't even know where.
Do you know
I
what I
mean,
mean?
we didn't think, like I always say, like a month ago,
A month ago, we didn't.
we'd
Even
be sat here doing this.
doing
Yeah,
this.
so, I mean, as long as you're not putting stress on yourself, like you said, you're
Yeah.
just going with it, and
Yeah.
you've got goals, and you sort of work towards them. Then who knows where you can take it, man.
Yeah.
That's sort of why earlier on I asked you sort of where did you see yourself, or did Sin Central go in the direction that you're expecting? Because I wouldn't say we necessarily have like a certain idea of where this is going to end up.
Yeah,
So it's very fluid in the sense of like what opportunities present themselves or what we want to go for.
yeah.
But any opportunity we've been given, we're like, right, let's do it then.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
We're not just going to
Because
think, oh, no,
it
that's not
might
going to get us
work, it might
anywhere.
not.
But no, you know what, we're going to do
Just
it.
take it.
I'd
You never
rather,
know.
I'd rather try something and fail,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, exactly.
rather than
Not
you know
do it.
not
Exactly. Not do
never
it.
try it and never know where that could take you.
Yeah.
I mean,
100%.
we've got other avenues that we want to explore with Sin Central.
Yeah.
Not
There's
just
a couple,
music.
yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, we had the studio, we tried it, and to be fair, it could have probably worked if it wasn't at my gaff.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
probably would have worked more.
There
But
was
I
a
got
dedicated space for it.
I got sick of people coming to my yard, man.
Yeah.
Not everyone, but there was a few disrespectful bookings.
Yeah.
So I'll leave it at that. With Lonsdale trainers, wearing Lonsdale trainers,
Yeah.
and
It's not what you need, is it?
yeah,
don't
we're
want
just not a fan of Lonsdale, man.
Yeah.
It's not the one.
People are going to cough on it now. They're going to know.
But mate, it was like a Tuesday, midday Tuesday, and they're wearing Lonsdale trainers. I'm like, mate,
What are you playing at? Like,
yeah,
Get out of the gaff,
just
mate.
running around my garden in them. And it's just like, stop, man. after that, I was like, I'm done. I was like, shutting the studio. But yeah, there is other avenues that we want to fucking explore.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
plan on
there's
doing
a-
any like producing or anything? Or?
We both produce.
Oh, really?
Yeah, both
Um,
producing at the moment.
Okay, take that with a pinch of salt from me, but you're doing really well.
Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm about a year into it now.
Yeah.
I say,
More than that.
is it? Yeah, a bit more than that.
Or
isn't it?
I'll be a year in March.
Yeah, and I'm only just sort of getting the hang of it now.
Yeah.
Like I made a track last week, and within like a weekend of doing it, not even a weekend of doing it, it was sort of pretty much the idea was set there,
Yeah.
and then it's. The thing is as well, what I've noticed, because I was off it for a few months, and with producing, man, honestly, you've got to really be in the
Dedicate.
mindset for it. Like I can't go in there and be like, right, today I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, because I'll get to that day and I won't feel it, and then
Yeah.
nothing will come like to it, and it's one of them things you've really got to be in the mood, because otherwise, yeah, you just got no flowing ideas, nothing, and it's like for instance, like the last track I made, I was off it for a couple of months, come back on it for a few days. A few days on it, I'd made the
I
track.
think I remember me and you spoke about it on the train back from London.
Yeah,
You showed me a bit. I was like, and you was like, yeah, I've had like a month
That
or
was
so
my
off
first
it.
track, that
Yeah.
one, and that was literally that track. I made that really quick.
What one was that?
That was Aventador,
Yeah, it's a banger.
and that I literally took me a few days. I finished it up within a week, like finalised it.
Yeah.
Sort of. The idea was already there.
Yeah.
3 days in, it was just little picky points.
Piecing it together, yeah.
And yeah, but that again, that was one of them times that I was in a flow mind state, and yeah, everything.
I think
just
when you
come
need a
out.
break to rejuvenate.
Yeah,
and
that's
then
what I mean. The
you
thing
know.
is as well, it's like listening to other genres as well. Like that for me, when I'm at work, I have my headphones in all the time, and I'll just listen to mixes on like D&B mixes and stuff like that. But I've literally just started to listen to other tracks. Like I've got a playlist. So shout out Callum Stemp. He sent me a wicked playlist, like 80s, 90s, 70s, loads of old school tracks.
Yeah.
And for some reason, just listening to them just gives you a bit more of like a fresher mind.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if you're just battering the same genre all the
Yeah.
time, your mind just gets
100%.
Yeah.
blown.
100%.
Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
as soon as you take that break away from it, it's like, yeah, sweet.
Yes.
Right, I'm ready to get back into that now.
Yeah, it's not saying like you lose any love for it, but like, yeah, you're right. You
Yeah.
definitely need a break from.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
From the same, if you are just on the same genre, a break is definitely helpful.
Mm.
For me, like production is just so time consuming.
Yeah, that's another thing.
It's one of those things you never stop learning.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I just don't have the time at the moment between Wellington Central, you know, full-time job and everything else. It's difficult to find an hour to sit down.
Yeah.
And yeah, an hour's not even enough, is it?
An hour isn't enough.
No.
An hour pretty much gets you your kick and snare, mate.
Well, by the time I've spent an hour on it, if and then I'm like, I spend 2 weeks off it. I've forgotten what I've learnt in an hour,
Yeah.
and then I have to relearn it. So
Yeah.
it's long, man. But I'll get there.
Yeah,
We'll get there. Yeah.
Anything else you want to touch on before we end the episode?
Anything you want to
or-
promote yourself? Anything else you want?
Well,
Shout out.
promoting my new mix that's coming early December.
Oh yeah.
Special guest MC.
Yeah.
Big Boy Quacker. But I'm not going to say anything else. That's about it. I can't. Well.
I didn't hear that.
Oh well. I'll tell you. I'll
Yeah,
tell you
I'm deaf.
after.
I've got tinnitus. I can't hear shit.
But yeah. Other than that, I've not much else to be fair.
Yeah, wicked. I don't think I've got anything to promote personally. I feel like my personal side of DJing has kind of taken a little bit of a back burner recently.
Yeah.
I'm just not pushing it as hard because I want to push Sin Central.
Yeah.
So on that note, potentially save Boxing Day, definitely save the 23rd of February and Easter Bank Holiday Sunday. Yeah.
Definitely.
Save those dates. Definitely
Every
save
single
those
one of
dates. Yeah.
So-
I was just gonna say, watch this space for Sin Central, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You've
watch
got
this
that, man.
space, man, for real.
Absolutely smashing it, and we'll put all your links in there.
Sweet. We're coming for the scene, man. We're coming for Peterborough scene.
Yeah.
Right, 100%. Yeah,
I
big
think
up,
you've
man.
got it. To
Straight
be
on.
fair.
Yeah, you've got
I
it. I can't lie, you boys have got it.
I think there'd be some people that would disagree with you on that one, but we're coming for it.
Yeah, you are.
We're
Yeah.
going to take it.
And there's no malice in it. Like, it's all friendly, it's all love. Even like with
Yeah.
the different crews that are running like drum and bass in Peterborough. Yeah, we are technically rivals, but it is all love.
It's like a.
You're all doing it
It's
for
like
the
a.
same
It's a
reason.
friendly
Push
thing.
each
You know what I
other.
mean?
It
You
is.
know what I
It's a
mean?
friend. It's a What's that word?
I'm.
Frenemy.
Yeah.
Not even that, because that make no. It's
No,
not.
it's not
That's
that.
that
Sounds
sounds
a bit,
weird.
but-
The
Sounds
thing
a
is
bit
that
bad,
you're all pushing each other.
Yeah.
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 And that's a good thing. If
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like if you get to that point where it's just like, well, I've got no one to challenge me, we'll just keep it at this.
That's
You wanna get
exactly
better,
it.
better, better.
That's
Yeah.
But if
exactly
someone,
it.
one of these others just starts doing something and you think, fuck, we should have done that.
Yeah.
Right, we've got to get, you know what I mean?
Competition's
It's not-
healthy.
It's not a bad competition.
Yeah.
Competition's
You're
healthy,
egging each
man.
other on, and I
Yeah.
think there's nothing
Exactly.
wrong with that, because you all got the same goal at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Put
like I
on
said,
fat parties for people.
Yeah.
And that's
That just
the aim.
improves everything. Do you know what I mean? As soon as
Yeah.
everyone's like going like, yeah, let's do that better, and just do this, let's do that, just makes the scene.
Yeah. And you just want to look back on your life and be like,
Yeah, man. just have something to be proud of, man.
Yeah,
so look back and
100%.
think, do you know what? I'm really proud we did that, and I am proud of what we've done so far,
Yeah,
man.
Nah, it's
Um,
loving
should
it
be
at the
proud.
moment.
yeah, definitely. I think,
meet some good people on the way. And
yeah,
just
loads of good people.
fucking enjoy
A few
yourself.
bellends, loads of good
Yeah,
people.
There's
There's a few.
There's a few bellends, but mostly. Yeah, wicked. Have I missed it?
No, you know,
Okay.
you know, everyone knows.
Nah, but no.
Oh shit, yeah. Mic drop, yeah.
But no, like I said, I'm like appreciate you boys coming on.
Yeah,
Yeah, man,
appreciate
big
it,
up for
man.
having us.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
I've really enjoyed. To be fair, even like listening to you, like I've learnt a lot myself.
Yeah.
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 It's
Sound
mate, you
Wise.
pushed us now. It's like right.
good.
Yeah.
I want to
And
see
that's the
Nearo
thing.
trending front page of YouTube in a year.
Big time.
That's the goal.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, I think so. But
Yeah,
no,
big
like I
up,
said,
mum.
Yeah.
Wicked.
Nice
Thanks for
one.
coming
Thank
on.
you, lads.
Really
Love, boys.
appreciate it. Like, can't wait to hear your mixes as well.
Sound. Yeah.
Oh, what do we expect to hear from you mixers?
Oh yeah, we did speak a little bit, but like let's just go into a little bit of detail quickly. What,
Shit,
did you expect? What did you go into?
Lots of scatty jump up.
Yeah, jump up. Bit of jungle.
Bit of jungle random. I wasn't expecting that.
Do you know what I mean? I can't go a
Hey,
set
we're
without
right.
playing a bit of jungle, to be
Yeah,
fair. Love
but
it.
mostly scatty jump up,
Yeah.
some rollers,
Yeah.
and some random jungle that Jacob fancied.
Man's just dropping it in there, do you know what
Crowd reading.
I mean? Went silent.
Crowd went mild.
Nah, like I said, thank you.
Yeah,
Really
sweet.
appreciate
Thank you,
it.
boys.
And, I look forward to what you boys are doing
Big up, mum.
and what we've got to come. And yeah, anything else?
I think that's it.
All
mate.
good.
Signing out
Thank
then.
you guys.
Sign up, like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sound.
like,
Like
comment,
always.
subscribe.
Drops
That
in central
camera.
follow as well.
Yeah, that's essential.
Yeah, Sin Central, give them a follow. Like I said, we'll put all the links in the description, and well, Ryan will, but everything will be on there. But no, I think that's a
That's it.
Sound.
Yeah.
Let's get the Polaroid taken on the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait. I'm looking forward to getting my face up there.
Let's get that sorted.
Who's
getting
that?
there.
Who's the top one?
Who's that ugly? Who was that on top?
Who's that?
Who's sent the top?
Oh, that's me, mate.
Is that you?
I got me sent the top. A muggy photo.
Didn't even recognise you, Robin.
But
Yeah,
no,
quality.
Yeah.
like I said, thank you. And
Till next time.
Love.
Till
Yeah,
next
sweet.
time.
Peace.
Sound.
All right.